Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Gemini. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. This message is for the month of May 2024. Even though we are currently in Taurus season, as of May 20, we will be moving into Gemini season. Or is it May 21st? Is the 20th like the cutoff date? I'm not exactly sure. But for those of you who have birthdays in May that are Gemini, happy birthday. Want to wish you all a very happy birthday. The thing about that, which is kind of an interesting aspect, is that when I do your June reading, I really do feel as though that June reading is going to be your reading for the month of June, for your birthday month, but also it is going to be the reading that covers that whole year. So it's kind of like I look at our birth year is our January 1, right? I just finished with Taurus reading, and that's the energy that came through. So I feel as though Spirit is kind of guiding me for those birthday months, that this energy is what kicks off your birthday year, but that energy is going to be carried through. Okay. So keep that in mind. Some of the energies that I might be tapping into in your reading today may carry over for you. Okay. And we'll see what happens when we do our June readings, but I have a feeling this is an introduction to that energy that you will be tapping into as you're progressing through May and as we get into your birth month, right? Into the sign of Gemini. I think I made that far harder than I needed to. Sorry about that. Okay, so today I am going to do a Celtic cross for you. Also, what I plan to do is when I do the Celtic cross, I'm going to take myself off the camera. We can concentrate on your cards. And then at the end of your Celtic cross, I'll put myself back on camera. And then I'm going to pull 3 final cards from the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle deck. And that deck is about money and career. So it's money, career, and it also gives good insights to our personal growth as well. Okay, so without any further ado, oh, by the way, I'm gonna blow you some salty kisses. I was thinking of my brother this morning when I woke up, my brother that had passed, who was my closest family member, since my mom had died when I was young. And he passed away. We're going on his 2nd year now. So for whatever reason, he came to mind, and I saw this shirt, which always reminded me of him. So I'm wearing it in his honor. And he was a Taurus baby. He was 2 days before my birthday. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take myself off camera. Okay, Gemini, I've already shuffled everything. So let's see what the universe, what Spirit has in store for you for May. Wow, excellent start. Let me put my glasses on. 10 of Pentacles, that's all about your physical security, your wealth, your health, your career, leaving a legacy. It's a beautiful card. Oh gosh, look at that, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, 2 majors right off. No, this is a major. That's not a major. 9 of Wands, Knight of Swords. So this 9 of Swords represents Gemini. Hermit card. 8 of Wands. We're going to build your ladder. 7 of Pent, 8 of Pent. So progression. Knight of Wands. And the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords also represents Gemini energy as well, which is all about the swords energy. So you do show up in this reading pretty significantly. The 2 cards that are swords cards are your energy. This does represent you. We do have wand energy. We have 3 wand energies, which represents the fire. We do have 3 cards that represents money and physical security. We have no cups in your reading, which is representative of emotions, right? So again, my swords, which is my air energy for my Geminis, is all about the way that you think, the way that you express with your words, and how you make decisions on things. So we start off with this 10 of Pentacles. This is my happy card. Of course, it would be. This 10 of Pentacles always represents physical security, your wealth, your career, your health, your home, your possessions. And this is a generational card. So many of you are building your physical security, your wealth, so that you can leave it behind for your children. So this is that card of building a comfortable home. You can see there's your grandma or grandpa. I can't tell what gender this person is. And then we got the husband and wife. We've got the child here. We have dogs here. So it's this beautiful home life. And this is very stable. It feels as though you are working towards that goal. Of course, tens are about completions and endings of a chapter. So I feel as though many of you may be working towards this retirement kind of energy, looking forward to that retirement. So some of you may be retiring this year. And then also what this energy is representing for me is the completion or the ending of a situation, a chapter in your life, or something along those lines. And it isn't as though it's an end and done. It just means this 10 could be, you might be working through this energy, not only for this month or for your birth year, right? Because a lot of it has to do with really getting that stable financial footing underneath you. Now, what's crossing over you, helping or hindering, is this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the energy of destiny. This is fate. And the wheel is always constantly turning. So depending on where you are with the things that you're creating in your life, or where you are mentally, emotionally, or where you could be physically, big changes are coming in. For me, this is kind of like, grab your lucky dice. You might want to consider maybe, you know, buying a lottery ticket. Now, I don't think I've ever said that in a reading before. Buy a lottery ticket. I don't know why I want to say that. I just feel like it just came to me. So I'm just going to give you what Spirit is sharing. Okay. You might be very lucky in your endeavors. This is in the very center of your reading here. Now, the wheel is also about your evolution, you evolving, and I see the wheel. Now, if you look at the wheel, people imagine that the wheel just goes rounds in circles, right? This way. The way I see the wheel is I see it as a spiral more than a wheel that just goes round and round. I feel like it spirals up and it can spiral down, right? So I feel as though you are spiraling up. I feel as though you are taking your game to the next level, that you are really working towards mastery, that you're working towards sovereignty, you are working towards inner bliss, inner guidance, those types of energies for yourself. And this is all stuff that you are working on within that core nucleus of your energies right now. Your thoughts, you may be feeling as though you're burning the midnight oil, or that you've got a bit of a load on your shoulders. This is my wounded warrior energy. We do have Chiron in the mix this month, which is the wounded warrior. So you might be feeling the effects of his energy, its energy, which is I'm not exactly sure what Chiron is. I just know that it's a dwarf star or it's something planetarily that they talk about this Chiron energy coming in. And basically, what it does really is it kind of allows you to see where your woundings have been in your life, where conversations that you might be finding yourself, you haven't thought about them for years, are suddenly coming up for you to look at and evaluate again. And this is your opportunity to really forgive and an opportunity for you to release and let go. Okay. I feel as though this month of May is a fast moving month again. I feel as though many people are making some very big changes in their lives. And I feel as though what this is saying is that you're progressing very well. Do take very good care of you. Find something that you can implement for yourself that will give you that sense of feeling a little bit of relief. Okay. Now, what is grounding you? What is your foundation? What is the support for you is another Gemini card. This is the Knight of Swords. This represents your energy. You are showing up very strongly in your base, meaning you're stepping into your power. Now, the thing I love about him is that he is going full tilt towards his dreams. He's got his sword up in the air and he's charging forward to the things that are going to make him happy. Those things are going to make him feel fulfilled. He has a mission and he has a destination. He knows where he's going to go, and he's not going to allow anything to get into his path that will prevent him for attaining the things that he wants. And that's really how I see Gemini energy anyway. The Gemini people are very steeped in understanding what it is that they want. And once they get everything kind of figured out, where they've noodled everything, they've figured out what the pros and cons are. Once they get to that point, once they start moving forward, you just got to get out of the way and let them go, right? It's kind of like this horse. He's going full tilt. He looks a little stressed, this horse, but he is, taking his rider where his rider needs to go. So just make sure you take care of your horse, Gemini. That's funny. Okay, so your immediate past was hermiting. This is a energy of, okay, this is a major arcana. This is your second major arcana because this Wheel of Fortune is here. I feel that wheel is going to be with you for the whole month of May, moving through June. It could be one of those things where you're constantly feeling as though things are really progressing for you for the next couple of months. Especially since it's in the very core of your reading. Now, the Hermit is one where people are going within. They've isolated themselves. They feel as though they really need to do some deep dives. They're looking at where they really want to grow spiritually. This is going within and finding your inner guru. And then once you get to that place where you're feeling like you have isolated, you've looked at all of the things, you've done the dark night of the soul stuff, it feels as though what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to share those insights, those things that you've been able to figure out for yourself that have helped you, and you're going to want to share that knowledge with others. Okay. So I feel as though some of you are coming out of this hermiting kind of an energy. You're moving out of that. And the reason why I say that is because in your immediate future here, you have this Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands is my victory card. This is my fast moving energy card. This is the energy of progressing forward. This is the energy of travel. Some of you may be traveling. So some of you may be traveling for work, or you may be traveling just for vacation. You might be celebrating your birthday and going to a destination, something along those lines that may be coming in for you. But this is like really bridging that gap as well. This is a very inspirational card. This is a creative card, but this is also a very fast moving energy coming in. And then as this fast moving energy comes in, your kind of your distant future. This is your immediate within the next couple of days energy here. This is like later in the month, or as you're progressing through the month, you are recognizing this Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is the card of you've planted all these seeds. These are typically about your job, your career space, could be health associated because health is also recognized with these pentacles energy. But you've planted your seeds. You are now waiting for your harvest to complete. You're now waiting for, so you're in this kind of a pause moment. And you're looking at the things that you've planted. You're evaluating whether or not all the hard work that you've put in has been worth the reward that you expect to come forward towards you, right? Or that is going to be, that you're going to be able to utilize for yourself. And I do feel as though that as you're making that progression, that you are definitely going to be tapping into your Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles energy has to do with skill set. This has to do with you being very skilled at what you do, you being a master builder of something, which it could be many things as it's a general reading. It does feel as though he has completed a majority of his work here. He's very focused, so this is a very focused type of energy. And again, for those of you that are an entrepreneur, you have your own business, or perhaps you do consulting work, or you do piecemeal work, that type of a thing, it feels as though money's coming in. You're going to be completing this job or this project, this whatever this is representative for you. And then it feels as though other things are lining up for you that are going to replace this existing work. So it feels as though you're going to have this rollover of work coming in, a way to keep your family balanced, a way to keep building your physical security, which is very important because you're building towards this 10, right? So this 8 is building towards this 10. So you're going to be your nose to the grindstone, and you're going to be really focused on your job. The next card that comes in is about your future feelings, or how you feel about things coming in. You do have this Knight of Wands. Knights, again, are about taking action, moving forward, doing something. And the wands have to do with our inspiration, our creativity, our passion, motivation, and our intuition. So some of you may be starting new projects of some kind. Maybe you're going to start a new business. Maybe you're going to start a new YouTube channel, or you're going to get on social media and you're going to start expressing yourself in that way. Or it could be a thing where you are moving forward on something that you've already been working on, and you're taking charge, you're moving forward, you're using that fire energy to propel you to your next steps. It looks good. Your final card, which is the Nine of Swords, which I know you don't want to hear, but this really does represent, it represents Gemini energy, the 9. This is my card of nightmares or anguish of some kind, or feeling as though there are things that are really bothering you. So you might be feeling stuck, you might be feeling anxiety, you might be feeling as though there are things out of your control. These are all thoughts. The swords represent the way that you think. There is a blanket on top of this individual, and I think this may be a male. I don't think it's a female. It could be. It doesn't really matter, right? But there is comfort here that is available to you. You just have to change the way that you're thinking about things. And I feel as though the only person that can change your thoughts is you. So if you're finding that you're spiraling down into the abyss, look towards things that will bring you back up. Flip your script. Flip the way that you're thinking. Flip the way that you're communicating to yourself. The other thing about this 9 is It's about worry or depression, insomnia, obviously, because it's at nighttime. But this is also about some type of a fear. And this is an opportunity for you to find courage to move forward, to step into your sovereignty, to make the progression. Nines are about progression and advancement. So I feel as though you will be able to control this energy. Let's pull a card to see what this might be in reference. Wow. You guys, you can't make it up. I said what I said. I meant what I said, right? Good grief. Okay. Well, I was going to clarify this card, but the card clarified itself. Should we pull one more card? Eight of Wands. I'm pulling the same cards, guys. Well, what that tells me, right? What that is saying is that even though this is your ending card, and it is a minor arcana, it just means that it's a quick session of thoughts. That there may be a little period of time here where things are going to be building up, giving you this anxiety, but it's going to pass quickly and better insights are going to come in. This is your victory card, okay? Overall, it looks really good. I don't see anything here that you really need to be concerned about. I feel as though for the most part, it's very uplifting. It's very progressive. It's really allowing you to progress forward in your month. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself back on screen. And I'm going to pull your final last three cards and see what else Spirit has in store for you. If you've made it this far, please click the like button. Thank you. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button. I believe it is down in this corner, the little red box. Just click it, okay? Okay, so here we go. Your first card is progress. Yay. Slow but steady growth. You're taking steps. You're persistent. This is long-term, right? Long-term plans and goals. Things are going swimmingly and you're in the flow. What I love about it is the turtles, right? Turtles doesn't represent air. They represent water, but I still love the card. That's a good card though. Okay, second card, Gemini. Full cup, seeking the Holy Grail. This is about your life mission. It's about your greatest desires. You have a thirst for information. You have a thirst for knowledge. You have a thirst for growth. You have a thirst for fulfillment, fulfilled. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Last card. Options. Oh, look at this. We've got the scales. There's a scale here. Options, weighing pros and cons. There's a potential job change for some of you coming in. There's a potential move. It could be move of job, but it could be move of home. Could be move in relationships, or it could be move can mean a bunch of different things, right? There are offers on the table. There is justice. There is law, mediator, and balance. So I feel as though this is kind of a legal card. So some of you may be looking at your pros and cons. Some of you may be having some issues that you're working with in terms of legalities. Maybe you're finalizing contracts of some kind. Maybe you are looking at contracts of some kind. Maybe you are finalizing your will. Maybe you are working through estate things. There's a whole bunch of things that this could represent, not just necessarily the judgment, right? The judgment card, where it really is very strongly about potential law issues. But this does talk about law. It does talk about mediation of some kind. So maybe if you are having a dissolution of your marriage or dissolution of a situation, it could be an estate, right? You might have a mediator for that. The other thing is if you're taking someone to court for some reason, meaning They've wronged you in some way and you're trying to attain damages or, reward of some kind. I feel as though it's going to be in your favor. Now, the thing about this that I want to say though, and I know that you know this already because Gemini energy is about that truth and integrity, right? And that's exactly what this balance card is saying. If you're coming from a place of high truth and integrity, and you feel as though you are representing yourself in the highest way, I feel as though it's going to go in your favor. Okay, so if that is something that is going to help you, that could be what some of this sleepless nights may be, is that maybe some of you have to go in front of a judge or you have to go in front of a mediator to help you and another individual finalize something that is from previous, like that is from a previous leftover, and then you can complete that task, get it off of your plate, and move forward into your new year with a clean slate. Okay, Gemini, so that's what I have for you today. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to the end. If you've gotten this far, please reach up there, click the like button, and have a fabulous May. I will be with you again shortly. So enjoy your month and happy birthday.